Hey everyone, it's me Teresa from healthyveganlife.com, and today I'm going to make a video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time, but I've put it off a lot. But I can't shake the thought of wanting to make this video, so I'm just going to make it today. The topic of today's video is your Appestat, how it affects your weight, and my personal experience with it. Now, it turns out that every single day we want to eat the same volume of food that we ate the previous day. So it seems as though the body or your brain leads you to the same amount of food every single day. This is believed to be controlled by a part in your brain in the hypothalamus that they call the Appestat. Kind of like a thermostat for how much you're eating, right? So this means that it can be very difficult to change the amount that you're eating, and in turn change your weight. So whether you want to lose or gain weight, it can be difficult because of your Appestat. Now, I've experienced firsthand how hard it can be to change your appetite thermostat. Basically, what happened was, after I went vegan, I went through different stages of being vegan. At first I was raw. I talk about this in my vegan journey video. First I was mainly eating raw foods, and I was including more cooked foods. But there was a time, and this was the time when I started to make YouTube videos, where I was kind of a fan of a person here on YouTube that you might know, that was recommending to girls to eat a lot of calories. And I really liked this idea because, well, I like to eat. And the thought of being able to eat unlimited calories and just eat big portions like this girl was doing just seemed like a great idea. So I liked the idea of eating unlimited amounts of food, and I also knew that it would help me to not have cravings for unhealthy foods that I really didn't want to eat. So you can see in my first What I Eat in a Day video that I made like 3 years ago, how much I was eating, and it was a lot. You know, I logged into Chronometer how much it was. That day it was 2,700 calories, and I wasn't doing a lot of exercise. So that was a big amount of food for me, for my activity levels. And this specific person on YouTube also recommended you not weigh yourself. So for some time I did not really know how eating that amount of food was affecting me, because I wasn't allowed. I wasn't advised to weigh myself, basically, so I didn't for a while, but also because I was kind of afraid of what I was going to see, because I could see my body change a little bit from eating that amount. But eventually I forced myself onto the scale, and I could see my weight going up. And I've always, even before I was vegan, my weight has always been kind of stable in between like 56 and 60 kilos, kind of like went like this in between there, which is a good weight for me. I'm 1m72, so that's a good weight. But by eating this amount of food, I saw my weight go up to 66 kilos. And when I saw that number on the scale, I freaked out. I was like, no. This is not going into the direction that I want this to go. What if I hit 70 kilos? How far is this going to go? You know, I'd never seen that number on the scale yet, and I was eating such healthy food, such clean, pure, low-fat vegan foods, and I was confused, I was frustrated. So I started researching what other, you know, like plant-based doctors and people in the vegan movement and community were recommending, and I saw that no one really was saying that you should be eating so much food. So I had to change how much food I was eating. I was very afraid at first to do so, because I was afraid I was going to get metabolic damage. I didn't make this video before, guys, because I was just so embarrassed that I believed this person and their recommendations. You know, it just sounded too good to be true. But yeah, basically I took what these other plant-based doctors and people were saying. I also found a very interesting article by Lindsay Nixon from Herbivore. I'll link her article down below if you find that interesting. How she used to be an overeater on a really healthy plant-based diet, and how she was unable to get to the weight where she wanted to be. And how she was setting herself up for failure by just getting herself so used to big amounts of food. So when I tried to change how much I was eating, this was very difficult, because I was used to eating a kilo of potatoes oven roasted for lunch every afternoon. I was used to having a huge jug of smoothie of like 800 calories every morning. I was eating so much, you guys. You can see in my first what I eat in a day video. But yeah, basically I had to change the amount of food I was eating, and at first it was very difficult, but you do find that your stomach adjusts. And now I'm just eating, you know, like 2,000 calories, sometimes less, and I'm just eating way smaller portions. You know, I mean, I'm not eating small portions. I mean, you see what I eat now. They're not small portions, but they're not as ridiculously huge portions as I ate back in the day. And that's good, because I couldn't eat that much. It was too much for me. I gained weight, and I did not want to gain that weight. I didn't feel like it suited me. Basically, if you want to change the amount of food that you're used to eating, you're just going to have 3 days where it's kind of difficult, and then after that it starts to become easier. That's my personal experience, at least. Please let me know what you guys have experienced, if you have found this to be true, that you just kind of eat the same foods every day, and if you try to change that, that's difficult. I'd be very curious to read your comments. And yeah, I hope you found this interesting in some kind of way. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you liked it, please. And yeah, see you soon. Bye bye. By a region in your brain in the hypothalamus.